I don't know, what do beauty vloggers do usually? What up, everyone? Ew, since when do I say what up? Anyways, let's get into this because as you can tell from my hair and my dress, although it's not colorful, I feel as though the style represented is passable at best. But yeah, if you can't tell by my hair and my dress, I am going to be practicing my Halloween look today. I have never attempted this look before. I'm kind of going off some inspo photos that I found on Pinterest. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do a couple of Halloween looks on my channel that are just like makeup focused and that you can kind of do with things that you have at home. I'm not huge on going out for Halloween because it's always cold here, but I really love doing makeup looks, so I think I'm gonna focus on that this year. I'm going to attempt to do a Frida look. So yeah, first step, I'm gonna take my Dermalogica Skin Perfect, what is it called? Skin Perfect Primer. It has SPF 30 and it's honestly just great. Next, I'm gonna take my Marc Jacobs Dewdrops and I'm gonna mix them in with some MAC Face and Body. Okay, I mixed a lot, but whatever. Now that that's on, I'm going to grab this concealer. Now, I just did a collab with Maybelline on my Instagram, and this is the new Super Stay Concealer. Okay, now I'm gonna take my mini wet beauty blender, and I'm just gonna pat this in. Now that that's all patted in, I'm gonna take some of my Eau Confort O powder. I'm in the color Beige, and I'm gonna go pat that in with my wet beauty blender. Like, I don't think I've ever baked on this channel, and it's not really something that like I do in general, but we're doing it today. Okay, so I don't know if I should like start with my eyebrows and then create a look, or I think I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows up and then get started with my eye look. And then, so I have these two palettes. This is the Afrique by Juvia's Place, and I have known about this brand for quite some time. They make the absolute most beautiful palettes, and they are so affordable. Like, these colors are just so pigmented, and they actually show up on darker skin tones. Like, I found a lot of the palettes that I was using before, like Urban Decay and stuff like that, like the colors wouldn't pop as much. These are super creamy and beautiful. I think today I'm gonna be concentrating on like a red, like I think I want to do gold on the eyelid and then kind of pulled out red. So I think I'm gonna be using these two colors from this palette, and then I'm gonna go in with my Bretman Rock lip palette. So this is Bretman Rock's collab with ColourPop. I bought this, I don't even know, maybe it was like a couple months ago or a year ago. And yeah, this is very much like the color scheme that I'm going for. And did I just like stick my finger in that? No. Look at that. No. So I'm just gonna take a little round brush, like just like a shadow brush, and I'm gonna go in with this color right here. It's called Kisi, and I'm just gonna like drag that across my eye and then pulling it out past my eyebrow. I think I'm gonna start with Like from the Bretman Rock ColourPop palette. And I believe this is a pressed powder. Yeah, it's a pressed powder, so I'm gonna go in with a flat brush and just pack the color on first, just to make sure that it gets, that it like shows up and it's super pigmented. Oh, I'm scared. Oh my god, the shape is gonna look like a mess right now, but I think this is gonna work. Okay, so now that I've got one eye patted on, I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go and really smooth out these lines because this is just a lot for me. We are going to repeat that on the other side. Oh my god, I look like a friggin' she-devil. Okay, now I'm gonna go back with the same brush that I used to pat on the color, and I'm gonna go into Fifi from the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of like shimmery red to the outer corner. I'm gonna go into the color Kofi. It's a beautiful gold. Actually, I might just do it with my finger, honestly. So it's a beautiful gold color. And I'm gonna pat that on my eyelid, focusing on the inner corner. I'm just gonna curl my lashes now and focus on the rest of my face. Namely the brows. Those are really like, and I suck at doing brows. Like I don't do anything to my brows. I usually just like use boy brow and like gel them up. So this is gonna be interesting. But yeah, I have a super so I'm just gonna add a little bit of mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous. Okay, now for the fun stuff. So I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil. And this pen is so thin. I'm just gonna start by like darkening my actual eyebrows, and then I'm gonna add, so I think I'm gonna go, like I'm gonna draw the bottom line of like how far I wanna go into the unibrow, and then how out I wanna go as well. So at least I'll give myself like parameters. The top of the brow and just like flick up a little bit so that you get like a few hairs that are like, look like they're gelled up. That makes sense. So I don't know if you can notice, but here I've gone at the top here and you kind of pull it up slightly so that it looks like you have long wild hairs. this is the extent of what I'm gonna do with my brows because I'm just not good enough to do more. So now I'm gonna go in with some boy brow. This is in the color brown. And I'm gonna gel these babies up. Now that I'm done with that, I'm just gonna swipe away any of the powder that's left over. And I'm gonna continue with face. So for face, when I was looking at reference photos, I really felt like there was not that much face makeup on. It was more focused on blush. So today I'm gonna be using Dawn by Glossier. This is a cloud paint, and again, from the Bretman Rock ColourPop collab. This is Oh She Blushin'. And it's a beautiful red tone blush, but it doesn't come up that strong on the face. So I'm gonna take a drop of Dawn, like literally a drop, because this color is very pigmented. And usually I just take one drop and then I press my fingers together and I like put dots like that on my face, and then I pat it in to like where I want it. Like not perfectly at all. And then I'll take my wet beauty blender and I'll use the butt end, kind of press it in more. So now I'm gonna go in with Ooh She Blushin'. And it's more like red. So, I don't know, I just feel like it's like more aligned with this look. And if there is one thing I find that from all the photos that I was looking at, I feel like Frida Kahlo really did like emphasize on blush. I think like if there are two things that or maybe three, it would be like brows, blush, and a lip. I feel like those were the areas that she kind of focused on when she did wear makeup. So yeah, hoping this looks good on camera. I'm gonna go in with this AVEDA Lip Definer, and the only reason why, it's just like a clear like primer almost. My lips are really chapped, so I'm just gonna use this as like a lip primer before I put anything on. Next I'm gonna go in with this AVEDA Feed Nourishing Lip Liner in Bayberry. It's a nice little pink. And I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. So now I'm gonna go in with the new Chanel Rouge Allure Ink Fusion. This is in ROSE-ROUGE, which means pink red. And I freaking love these. It's so beautiful. And they also feel great on. Like I'm not super into the liquid lips that are super drying. I much prefer like a velvety texture. So Chanel's like always been a go-to. And these new ones are like amazing. Now, last step, I'm gonna go in with the lilah. I'm not exactly sure how to say this brand name, but the Aglow Face Mist. It's my absolute fave at the moment. Like I'm already halfway through the bottle. I'm just gonna face. And yeah, this is my full Frida look.